today's episode's at Silicon Valley Comic-Con.
Lots of freaks, geeks, and weirdos. It's all coming up on Circus of Chaos.
In tonight's show, we talk to this guy about San Francisco cable cars.
We cover the cable car history from prehistory, which is where the technology came from, all the way up to today, and why San Francisco is still the only place that has cable cars.
We hang out with the CEO of the SETI Institute and talk alien life forms.
The one I really wouldn't want to deal with would be the microbe, would be the microbiological alien that could come in and wreak havoc.
We hang out with the Creature Features cast.
Cousin Dave, you're here in the flesh. I only watch his show.
We meet some way cool cosplayers.
I am Midna from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is the true form version.
And we talk with the guy who created the tar zombie from Return of the Living Dead.
So I said, yes. He says, our film's going to have principal zombies. I want you to design me really distinctive zombies. And so the first one I designed was this guy here, the Tar Man.
Want to take a bloodbath? Then talk to this gal who's a creepy soap creator.
I feel like I should actually get clean now that all these soaps, and I do want to finally take a bath at some point.
Your semi-annual bath.
It's all coming up on Circus of Chaos Silicon Valley Comic-Con Edition. Silicon Valley Comic-Con celebrates the age of the geek by bringing together America's two greatest superheroes, pop culture and technology. It features celebrities, comics, independent artists, cosplayers, video game creators, consumer electronics. Silicon Valley Comic-Con is where entertainment and our electronic worlds intersect. Tonight's show takes a look at only a fragment of what you can see at the Comic-Con.
Hey, we're here with Stefan Taylor, who's a local documentarian. Tell me a little bit about your latest project, learning
Both of you.
on cable cars.
That's right. We did a documentary on the San Francisco cable cars. So we cover the cable car history from prehistory, which is where the technology came from, all the way up to today, and why San Francisco is still the only place that has cable cars. So go to sfcablecars.com and find out.
I mean, you did Playland at the Beach. You did Sutros. A lot of
Jack Pierce, yeah.
Maker of Monsters. But now with cable cars, because they're so fascinating, tell me a little bit about what you brought for everyone here at the convention to see. I mean, you're showing me a few days wear on the tracks. I'm going, What the hell is this?
Okay, so these are track brakes for cable car. There's 4 of these on the cable car, and that's about 2 days worth of wear on the track brake. So they have to replace those about every 2 to 3 days. And got a dye for the grip that shows you the wear on that.
Is that burn marks or grease on that wood?
It's oil from the car itself, and then also burn marks on the bottom because it takes friction to stop it.
You're just burning wood, man.
We are. What's in your hair?
I don't know. I just woke up like this, man. It's just gross, you know. But
It doesn't smell very good.
don't get too close, because if it gets on you, it's I'll have to post one of those OSHA hazards, you know, for cancer.
It grows like the stuff.
And then look at that thick cable, man.
That's right. That's cable from the cable car. It's an organic central core and then steel around the edge in a wire, so it's flexible but strong. We interviewed a bunch of people, including gripmen and engineers and historians on the cable cars, so you'll get a complete history of it and some good stories, and also we go into the technical aspects of it, so you'll know how they actually work.
Go to novemberfire.com and get a hold of this guy. Hey, we're here with Bill, the CEO from the SETI Institute. I mean, I'm having like flashbacks listening to Art Bell, right?
Right.
And all those shows. Always been interested in extraterrestrial life.
Sure.
I mean, here we are. It's 2017. We're in the future, right? If you're an old Art Bell fan. Where are we with our technology nowadays to find extraterrestrial life?
Well, so we're pretty far advanced. You know, when the Institute started, which was in the 1980s, so it's about 33 years old now. We didn't know nearly as much as we do now about the possibility of finding life beyond Earth. And we mean starting from the most basic microbial life on up to technological life. And we're involved in that full spectrum at the Institute. So we do a lot of NASA-funded research that covers the fields of astrobiology, astronomy and astrophysics, planetary exploration, exoplanets, and of course SETI work. So SETI work is really using optical devices, radio telescopes to look for signs of extraterrestrial intelligence, and we do that as well.
So what's the hottest lead, the Goldilocks zone that's out there? I mean, what are you really eyeballing right now where you're like, this is it?
So actually, interesting you talk about the Goldilocks zone. So for the audience out there, the Goldilocks zone is that area around a star where planets orbiting that star are in a zone that the temperature is just right to support liquid water. We feel that liquid water is really one of the basic building blocks of life, and so having that access to liquid water we think is critically important for the development and evolution of life. What's really interesting is that with a mission that NASA launched called Kepler, the Kepler Space Telescope, what Kepler Space Telescope has taught us is that planets are everywhere. We didn't know that 10 years ago. We didn't know that 15 years ago. We had a scant understanding. There were lots of scientists who pretty well were sure that planets are common, but many who felt that planets and things like our solar system were very rare. Thanks to the Kepler mission, we now know that planets are ubiquitous. A really fun fact for the audience at home is, look up at the sky at night, look at the stars, and you can tell your friend or neighbor that pretty much every star you're looking at is guaranteed to have at least one planet around it or more. And we didn't know that again. So we're talking about a galaxy with something on the order of 400 billion stars in it. So we're talking about 400 billion plus minus big numbers of planets.
Let's say we do run into alien life. I know one thing. Have you ever seen Kurt Russell Carpenter film The Thing?
Yeah.
That's an alien life form I don't want to deal with. What would be the one you would not want to deal with?
Tell you what, the one I would really not want to deal with would not be something large and physical holding a weapon of some sort. The one I really wouldn't want to deal with would be the microbe, would be the microbiological alien that could come in and wreak havoc. That's what you really don't want to mess with. And actually, the space exploration is very careful with those issues. We call this whole thing planetary protection. And there are a lot of issues about how we go and explore other worlds, making sure we don't bring our microbes there, and also being careful what we might bring back.
It's like we brought Martian SARS back, and now everybody's dead. Sorry, folks.
That's right. Big bad day.
Oh, crap. Now I got anxiety, man. You know what? I'm going to go buy some toys now and try to get my mind off of this.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I think we have more positive outlook on what's out there, and certainly even today we find evidence of life beyond our own Earth. And I think that's going to happen in our lifetime and could probably happen in our own solar system. It's going to be a game changer for mankind.
My goodness, what character are you?
I'm Kira from Atlantis.
Oh, man. Listen, Circus of Chaos is on the road today at the Silicon Valley Comic-Con. So get ready for freaks, geeks, toys, and more. It's all coming up on Circus of Chaos.
Hey, you want to see something really scary?
If I stepped in dog I hope I don't get it in your booth, man. I'm sorry.
That's okay. What's that crap in your hair?
Hopefully you're picking up good audio.
I hope so.
There's some guy watching.
Mic check, 1, 2.
There's some guy watching right now going, I wish I was that microphone.
I'm trapped.
You essentially are. I mean, you do have that Sith lightsaber, though.
This could help me get out of pretty much any situation.
You don't look like a good Jedi. You look Sith.
I was seduced by the dark side.
Holy crap, that's a Mandalorian warrior. That's a Boba Fett.
Well,
If you had to fight that guy right now, could you take him down?
it'd be no problem because I don't need armor.
Love those glasses.
I know, they're sexy. They're real
You put the sexy and old lady glasses.
sexy and old lady glasses.
Sexy old lady panties.
Hanging out with Josephine. Joe, tell me a little bit about these fantastic custom steampunk props you got here. I mean, I'm freaking out, and my steampunk friends, they need some customs. So what do you got going here?
Well, I've got some shoulder holsters and some pouches and some gun holsters and things like that. You can either hang them on our lovely little cross strap backing, or you can hang them on your belts.
Deadly sexy, Hang your swords, your guns, and whatnot. So if folks are interested in ordering a fantastic custom steampunk type looking piece, where could they go?
Well, you go to our website, cnjgoods.com LA, and we do it all custom. You pick your colors, you pick your finishes, and you're good to go.
We are here with Cousin Dave.
Yes.
At, where are we? Oh, this. SVCC, whatever that is.
Silicon Valley Comic-Con. I feel like we could just have drinks together and talk for hours about maybe the good old days. Bring some ladies. We'll have a party on your set, the creature set. A lot of cute girls, and you've got like a lot of taxidermy happening.
Yeah, we've got shrunken heads.
No, I'm okay with shrunken heads. She loves shrunken heads.
I could put the mic up to her mouth and she still does not talk. But Livingston will talk.
Indeed.
All right, Cousin Dave, why do you do your show?
Why do I do my show? I don't know. I'm out of it half the time, but I got to tell you, it's about pushing the artists, cosplayers, and chaos, because that's really what our show is about.
And circus.
You know,
there's a circus element.
Well, they shut the circus down, so we had to start our own circus. We're like the rejects, you know, the freaks, geeks, and weirdos.
I saw you had Jerry Springer.
Well, you know, he kind of blesses a lot of this weird chaos, so we figured we'd kick it off the show with Jerry, you know. He said there's people with a clown fetish. Can you believe that?
So what I like about his show is that he interviews Jerry Springer, and then he gets in a fist fight with one of his co-stars. We're all going to get sick because you're sick.
Except for Livingston, because he's so serious, he cures sickness.
Livingston, you know, he's actually from Germany. He can speak German. Make him say something in German. It's wonderful.
Say, put the clown mic down, clown.
Stellen Sie den Mikrofon auf den Tisch, Clown.
See, clown in German is the same as it is in English.
You guys should do a whole episode with him just speaking German.
You know, sometimes I think that's all he does, because I can't understand what he's saying.
All right, let's talk about creature features. And I do have a question. What was your rock band that got you famous? Because I tried to find your records, and they were sold out on eBay.
It was called Prince of Darkness. And if you go to princeofdarkness.com, there's an angry letter from the former band members from my departure. Or they took the site down. So it'll either be like, Vincent Vandal sucks. Or it'll say, sorry, no website here, go away.
So I think I mistyped. It was like Princesses of Darknesses. And
oh, she was involved in something like this.
Okay. Last question. Where can I get my action figure playset of your three characters?
A what?
Action figure playset. I thought there was a.
No, we're hoping to get a Happy Meal one day, but no. As for now, nobody cares about us. Maybe next week.
We are in negotiations.
He does all the business.
Why is it whenever he speaks, it feels like it's truthful and it's a bold statement? Like whatever he says goes, right?
He can do a very good Morgan Freeman.
Do your best Morgan Freeman.
When he arrived at the prison, nobody thought that he was going to survive.
I just want to stand in the rain and hold my arms now when him saying that. You know what I mean? Let's do a little Shawshank reenactment. Vincent! Hey, oh, I'm sorry. Hey!
Give me love. Daddy! Why don't you come home, Daddy? I miss you. It's been so long, I miss you. You went out for cigarettes and you never came back. By the way, did you get the cigarettes? Because I really want one.
You know, I haven't smoked for about 65 million years. This big
And that's how long you've been gone.
I really have a thing.
It's time to go to a break. So get up, stretch your legs, pour yourself a drink. Come back soon because our commercial breaks aren't that long. If you don't sponsor us, you're going to get his commercial about lasagna sandwiches again.
That's true. I'll have it on the loop, right?
Continuously.
Yeah. And after a while, people get upset because then they're hungry. And
I know. And then we all want a lasagna. We all want a lasagna sandwich, and no one's delivering.
We'll be right back with more Circus of Chaos.
You're watching Circus of Chaos.
Paul Lopez, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm good.
Hey, listen, with your fantastic artwork that you've done throughout the years, what artists have inspired you?
George Perez, John Byrne, Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, Rob Liefeld. There's a lot of artists right there that just, that are big influence to me and my work, basically. When I'm seeking out special artists that, you admire, just like the people that I listed, you get somebody from another booth or another guy who you've seen at the going to the cons and all, who have a booth. You can ask them if they can sit in or watch it, or bring your family with you. You can do that and so they can sit at your booth, and so you can go roam around and all that stuff. But be smart. Sometimes you have to go by yourself, and sometimes you make those sacrifices.
What advice do you have for young artists?
Don't have great expectations when you do a Comic-Con. Just go with the passion of showing off your art and all that stuff, and you're going to get a lot of criticism, so kind of be like Superman, let it bounce off your chest, and keep on going to the Comic-Cons.
So I feel like I just stepped into Heavy Metal magazine, watching the Heavy Metal movie. I mean, tell me a little bit about what inspired you to create these awesome pieces of artwork.
Well, thank you. So everything in my booth kind of basically starts with Day of the Dead. It's that traditional Mexican holiday of remembrance, and basically it's that celebratory moment, and it's capturing that moment in time, and usually with skeletons.
Who inspired you as an artist? These were your artist idols?
I have to say Francis Bacon, honestly, was one of my favorite, scary, ghoulish characters. Seeing that things that my parents didn't want me to see, that kind of art was always something I looked for. And besides the skateboards and the normal things that creep into everybody, Jimbo Phillips, that kind of stuff, it really was that, traditional Francis Bacon, that, old religious paintings of just massive devils and that kind of things just really excited me.
Freak you out. You were like, let's just go.
If they had pitched me that with religion in church, I would have been there every day.
So what's the most requested or popular piece that people ask you about? They're like, oh, you got to do this, or they want prints of the most?
It's all over the map. It's people walk in and go, and suddenly it clicks. Oh, I can do something in my life with this. I can be this. I can be that. So it's everything from their dog to them on a jet ski to everything in between. Them as every character is kind of, people come in and kind of get excited by the idea of they hadn't thought about it before.
So you could do like Dead Skeleton Clown, right?
Easily.
In a circus.
You'd slim right down in a heartbeat, all bones.
Yeah, no, because I need to lose weight anywhere. That might be good.
Drawing done.
So where can folks find your wonderful art?
So all my stuff is on davidlozo.com. They can see all my stuff there, paintings, canvases, and all the general madness.
William, hey, it's great to be here. Listen, I'm glad I found your booth. Tell me a little bit about what inspired you as an artist, growing up. Who were the big ones in your eye to inspire you of what you do today?
Well, I started out, I was reading the DC Comics, and I loved Carmine Infantino and Gil Kane and Murphy Anderson, their art. In the early 60s, I discovered the work of Frank Frazetta. I was a big Edgar Rice Burroughs fan, and he was doing covers for the Burroughs books, the Tarzan and John Carter stuff. And a few years after that, I discovered Moebius's work, Jean Giraud. And eventually, Jean and I became good friends. Frank and I became good friends. And Robert Crumb was a huge influence as well. I was part of the early underground scene. And those are three great sources. I was also influenced by Harvey Kurtzman, and I did a story that was a tribute to Harvey Kurtzman and Willie Elder and Wally Wood for a magazine called Cycle Tunes. And when it was published, I sent them a copy, and Harvey Kurtzman wrote me back and asked me if I'd like to assist them on Little Annie Fanny for Playboy.
What's your favorite thing to see or experience at a Comic-Con?
Well, I love the fans that truly understand my work, and I can tell who they are just by the way they talk about it. And I love my work too. I'm my own biggest fan. And so it can be difficult for me to let pieces go, but if I know they're going to a good home where they're really appreciated, then I don't have a problem with that.
At the last Comic-Con I went to, there was a Frazetta piece, $1 million. Can you believe that?
Oh yeah. And Frank deserved it. I mean, he launched 1,000 art careers. He inspired so many people. He was just fantastic. I patterned a lot of my career after him. He worked on Little Abner. I didn't work on Little Abner, but I worked on the Tarzan the Ape Sunday and Daily strips. Worked on Little Annie Fanny. He worked on Little Annie Fanny. He did movie posters. I did movie posters. He did album covers. I did album covers. And so it was a nice sort of template for me to follow in my career.
All right, last thing. Do you have any advice? New artists up and coming, they're trying to pay bills. They got this and that, but what advice, artist to artist, what do you give them?
Respect your own work. I think you should be your own biggest fan. Don't give away your originals. Honor your originals and do as much life drawing as possible. That's the quickest way to get good as an artist. I still do it. I have a life drawing session at my studio every Sunday. to get better as a painter, do plein air paintings. That's where you set up outside and do a little sort of 9x12 or 8x10 landscape painting. That'll teach you color, design, and composition. And always treat your fans nice. I am amazed by the artists who do not treat their fans nicely. I don't care how famous you are, every artist has ups and downs in their careers, and when you're in a down period, it's the fans that keep you going.
Just when we thought our interview with William was over, we found out he worked on one of my favorite horror films.
Tell me a little bit about the tar zombie on Return of the Living Dead.
Well, I was the production designer for the film. Dan O'Bannon was the writer-director. And Dan came to me and said, you know how films have principal characters? I said, yes. He says, our film's going to have principal zombies. I want you to design me really distinctive zombies. And so the first one I designed was this guy here, the Tar Man. Originally, they find him in a barrel, and then he gets released, and he wreaks havoc throughout the film. Return of the Living Dead has become this gigantic cult movie. Jon Stewart used to quote from it on a weekly basis on The Daily Show. It was the first zombie film where the zombies could move fast, and it was also the first one where they ate brains. And my reasoning behind the eating brains is because they were eating the endorphins to take away the pain of being revivified.
So they worked your idea into the script.
Oh yeah, yeah they did. And it was, boy, it was one of the toughest films I ever made. It was very low budget, $1.5 million. But boy, I'm really proud. It really stands up. It's one of those rare films that's both really scary and really funny, and that rarely comes along.
You guys look like you need a break, so go take one. Go take a poop or do what you gotta do. Or another drink.
We'll be right back, Circus of Chaos.
All right.
All Access, Mystery and Magic. Believe in magic. See the impossible. Experience the magic with Bay Area magician Alex Ramon. He will leave you in wonder. Tune in May 20th at 9:30 p.m. on Coffee TV.
Wait a minute. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Okay.
Well, I am Midna from Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is the true form version. If you haven't played it, I'm sorry. I already spoiled the game for you. So.
Oh my gosh. And I understand you're not only a cosplayer, but you make really cool props.
Mm-hmm. I've made numerous props. I also make numerous accessories, including like headbands like my Midna crown here. I also make armor and that sort of thing. So yeah.
You need protection, right?
I guess so, from dangerous clowns trying to play hide and seek with me in the dark.
Well,
sure.
I don't know who that is, but I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Hypothetically speaking, if there were clowns that wanted to play that kind of game with me, I should be wearing the proper armor for that.
No, I agree. What room were you in?
I'm sorry? Oh, I should probably be going.
You're here cosplaying, but there's so many neat things at the Comic-Con to experience, see, or buy. What are you seeking out? Is there something you're like, man, I gotta get that exclusive, blah, blah, blah?
I gotta say, there's this booth that has these, like, soaps. You wouldn't think of anything of it, but they've got, like, these horror-like soaps. They're called Six Soaps, and they're actually, like, on the other side of the exhibit hall.
We are here at the Six Soap booth. Tell me a little bit about your, well, I'd say your very clean creations here.
Yeah, so these are all individually handmade soaps. I make them all. Not for the faint at heart. This, for example, is the Severed Finger soap. It smells like strawberries and champagne. Smell my finger.
Oh, that's delicious.
Smells good. Same scent, actually, as the Bloody Tampon. You can smell that one, too, if you like. Yeah. Just what you thought it was going to smell like, right? Yeah. All the embeds are actually made of soap, so it's not a bunch of plastic stuck in bar soap. So the dead baby is also made of soap.
So I have a question. So this isn't like stuff made in China, then?
No, it's made in my kitchen.
Oh, so
Which is not China.
So it's definitely like a homeopathic, safe, non-GMO type of thing.
Yeah, it's grass-fed, free-range soap.
So when I want to wash my kid's mouth out with soap, it's at least coming from your kitchen and not China.
It is, yeah, and it might taste like bloody tampons.
Hey, see that? Quit swearing, or else you're gonna get a bar of soap in your mouth. The bloody tampon part. What? Hey, you got a clown? Tell me what inspired you to make that beautiful little clown.
Well, I know the sculptor let me use the mold, and this takes me about an hour to make. He smells like cotton candy. Killer clown. sniffy, huh? Yeah.
It's like this weird smelling cotton candy. It's like now I'm turned on. I'm sorry.
Cotton candy. I have no actual yummy things at all. It's a lie.
So one day did you go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a fetus soap, or I'm gonna make a, skull eyeball soap. How did this happen?
I hated my job. Yeah, so I decided to decapitate some babies and make some soaps instead. Full time. Yeah.
So that's how it happens. Next thing you know, you're at a booth at the Comic-Con.
Yeah, next thing I know, I go to conventions all the time and never see anything that's happening. It's amazing.
All right, so if you're like a filthy hillbilly in Louisiana and you're like, I got to get me some bone soap, where can they order this stuff?
Bone soap. Is that some sort of euphemism?
Or, bloody eyeball soap.
Right, yeah. So I do sell on Etsy, Sick Soaps, or if you want to stalk me, I'm on Instagram, and you can watch me slice up babies at 3 in the morning.
I forgot to ask, though, you don't have a problem with clowns, right? Because you got a little weird when I first got here. I just,
You know what? Clowns don't creep me out. It's spiders.
Oh, I got one right here. Yeah. Okay, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Isn't it?
Something wrong in your eye.
Bimani is the voice actress who plays Symmetra.
My hearing's blocked. There's a missing voice actress, they just said. Is that your daughter?
No, it's my. I don't have any daughters that I know of.
Hopefully clowns don't freak you out. You seem pretty calm.
I'm trembling on the inside.
I just heard him say there was something about a lost kid, so if you want to be an instant parent.
I left them there already. I don't want to get back to
Oh, that was your kid. Oh, man. I forgot to even ask you. Do you have a problem with clowns?
None at all. I mean, Pogo, probably I don't want to have like a candlelit.
No, he's a clown.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
So you would hang out with a clown like in pure darkness?
Oh, sure, yeah.
You play the clown game in the dark?
But that sounds like a setup, and I don't know what the clown game is, or if I'm going to have to report to my grandmother for having answered that question.
Well, it involves Dungeons and Dragons D20 dice.
What do you think I am, some kind of nerd?
I tried to talk to her earlier, but she wouldn't talk to me. Hi, sweetie. Do you like clowns? Do you want to play clowns in the dark?
And you're watching Circus of Chaos.
She's like force choking me. Wrong universe. That. By the way, you should take penicillin because I haven't watched this in a while.
Same.
Deaf in this ear.
That's why she whispered in that ear.
Who the hell is this coming over here?
I wish I had an answer, but I don't.
It's that
Dude, that's that guy.
What universe are you from, sir?
I'm from Dishonored, the video game Dishonored.
Oh, that is a good game. That's a great game, actually.
So here's the question: are you bad or good?
It depends on how you play the game.
Extraordinarily true.
It's like GTA, Hey, I'm robbing a bank. Nah, I'm not gonna kill these people. I am, right?
Maybe not.
All right, give me a high five, buddy. Yeah. Let's play that hide in the dark game with the clown. Does that freak you out?
I might be more inclined to not play that game.
Okay. I feel like you and I should just go, knock off a bank or something. I mean, you're ready for it, right?
Well, I've already made enough money, but yeah, sure, why not? I'm up for kicks.
That's hot.
Thank you.
No, I was talking about your thigh.
Oh,